Hi there friends, this is Grace again. So with this process video and I believe the next two videos, I'm going to revisit the Pilot Up series that I've done before. I really have enjoyed that series, and because I'm going through and organizing my stuff, I figured, you know what, it's time for me to do some more Pilot Up. And so this one, we'll be piling it up with die cuts that are made with electronic die cut machines. I have a Silhouette, and so that's what I've used. And I go through these binge cutting, I call them, where I would just one Saturday, I'd go through all my scraps or whatever, and then go through all the cuts that I have saved within my Silhouette and just make cuts. There's no particular idea in mind. I just like those cuts and I just use my scraps and I cut away. And so, and I put them in the binder, I organize them, and they're just there for future use. And so these are some of the items that I had pulled out from my stash. And I wanted to use them all up. And I think I was able to put in, I believe, at least 8 of these cuts in my layout. These pictures are from about 2 years ago, 2013, and this is a train ride that we took going to downtown Denver with my stepdaughter and her husband when they came and visited us here. And um, I took pictures of when we were in the train and then like toward, when we were waiting in the train station. I have one 4x6 photo and four 2x3 photos, which I am going to cut here later on. So I had put 3 pink flowers, some circles, the circle hello, the word great, and 3 Polaroids that I actually made myself, and then some banners with notches. And both the background papers are from My Mind's Eye, and I'm sorry, but I don't remember the specific collection that it's from. Anyways, those little 2, 1, and 3 are left over from a banner they had made, and they were just tiny numbers, and it was I think 1 through 9, so it didn't have a 0. And so I used a Brad from Studio Calico as my 0. And this is my little pile. I've organized my scraps, and I actually cut them in certain sizes. I'll probably show them once I get that done, because I'm still working on some scraps to cut it down to that size. But once I'm all done, I'm going to show you that new organizational structure that I've done with my scraps. Anyways, I also have itty bitty things that I've cut out. These are positives from a heart cut that I have made, and they're just white, so I'm going to color them and use them as itty bitty accents in my page. And I had picked purple, kind of a turquoise blue, and an orange as my color, because those are some of the colors that were in my photos. And I'm going to color in 6 of each of these ink pads, so there will be 18, and then I'm going to use them, and I'm not going to use all 18 little hearts, but I wanted to make sure that I had enough. And so as you can see, I was trying to just kind of run my ink pad on top of those hearts, but it didn't really work out. So I just got messy and got my fingers and would just kind of basically ink up each of the hearts, just using my finger and the ink pad. And I really loved how this turned out, so I might do this again. Maybe you guys have some ideas on how to ink them all at once faster, because if I wanted to use a bunch of them in, say, a card or a layout, it's going to take me a while to just color each one. I'm thinking maybe spray mist will be the best one to color them all at once. So, but if you have any ideas, if you've done this before and you have a clever idea on how to do this, please leave a comment and share your thoughts, and I'd love to know. So I'm re-inking the purple because when I did the blue and the orange, the purple just didn't seem as vibrant as the others. So I'm just re-inking them again and then making sure that I clean my fingers with a little bit of wipes. So now I'm going to put those away, and I'm going to put that away for right now and adhere my page on my background. And that white paper in the center has some grids to it, so it's not just plain, but I really like how subtle it is. And I recently went back to using my typewriter because it ran out of ink, and I was at Office Max getting my 2015 calendar, and I found that they had some typewriter inks there, and so I got one, and now I'm revisiting my typewriter. So I thought it was fun to revisit that old friend of mine. So now I'm not handwriting my journaling a lot. But I'm adding the 2013 now on that little banner that will be with my journaling. And then I just put that Brad in there just so I know where to place my 2, so it's not too far from where I'm going to put the Brad as my number 0. So now I'm just adhering all the items to my page. And I found some scrap paper that I'm going to put inside that Polaroid. And it's just a stripe, colorful one, which I thought was really cute. And it matches most of the colors that is already in my page, or on my page, I should say. And then I'm also going to be adding a banner to that. And I just stuck that in. And that's where I'm going to be housing some of those itty bitty hearts that I had made earlier. So this page actually was not so bad. It didn't take me that long to make it. It wasn't hard to put them together, and I really liked how all of my cuts came together, even though when I made them, they weren't made specifically for this page. I just love that the colors all worked out well, and also the design and the structure. So now I punched out a yellow circle to go in the center of, because I had 3 flowers and I only had 2 circles. So I punched out the heart and from that yellow paper. I mean, a circle that had a heart from the yellow paper. I can't talk. Anyways, I am curling it up just to see if I wanted it to have a little bit more texture to it, because the flower is flat because it's paper. But I'm thinking that that one that I'm tucking in behind the picture, it doesn't really need to be curled up because it's going to be underneath the photo. So I decided not to curl that one up. And then this one, I'm going to finally decide to cut him up, just so I don't have to overlap them with my focal point picture. And as you have remembered, I print out my pictures in 4x6 format, and if they're small, I make them, or I edit them in Photoshop so that they can be 2x3 or 3x4, and I can fit them in a 4x6 canvas. That way I save on printing my pictures. I know a lot of you guys print your pictures at home, but for me, don't I just don't feel it's cost effective for me to be buying the ink and then printing it at home versus paying 9 cents or 13 cents at Costco and printing a bunch of them at a time. But that's just me. I'm sure there's pros into printing it at home, but for me, this is how I feel it would be more cost effective for me. Now that great word, that's actually from a summer cut, because I think the whole title was Great Sunshine or whatever, but I just used the word great, and it wasn't showing off a lot initially, so I decided to cut a little strip of that same red background paper and put it underneath so that that word will match. Now, my title is pretty long because I wanted to use up all of those cut words. So it's going to be Hello Great Train Adventure. It's a mouthful, but I really want to use the hello word, and I thought it would be cute to add the title. Now the precious on the top of that banner that I just put, that's actually from a manual die cut. Um, but I had it in my stash, and it was just one cut, so I decided I was going to use it on this one. So I'm finally going to add the brad, and I'm just going to poke through all the way to the end, to the back of the page, and then thread through. So and then fasten it at the back. So I have these Doodlebug letter stickers. I really love this font because it's so whimsical, and that's mostly how I view my page. It's colorful and whimsical. It's not very serious. So I like this, and I'm just putting the word train. And as you can see, that red strip of paper is hanging because I didn't know how much of that strip I'm going to use. But now that I put the word train, I can cut the ends of it and then make it a notch at the end. And then I'm adding the word adventure with these black letters that I had used in my previous layout. And I'm just using some of them, and it's a good thing I had a second pack because I've been running out of some of the letters. I haven't used this sticker in a long time, and I'd forgotten that I really like this font too, and how easy it is to spell out my titles. So I ran out of V from the old sticker sheet, so I went through the new one. And it already has a sticky backing, so all I have to do is adhere to my page. But word of caution though, these are from Basic Gray, and I think because it's older that some of the stickiness has come out. So when I actually took a picture of this layout, one of the letters was coming off. So I don't know why the video cut off, maybe because I ran out of battery with my camera. But anyways, I had added those little hearts in 3 different positions, and I also added a brad in the center of that flower, which I adhered with foam adhesive. Thank you for watching, and please, if you enjoyed this video and want to watch more of my other videos, please subscribe and hit like. Thank you. See you. Bye.